Hello, my name is Pony7 and welcome to Victory at Sea Pacific, a game that came up recently. Decided to pick it up, try it out a little bit. I'm enjoying it so far, so decided why not, see how it does on the channel. Trial it first, and then if it goes well, then we'll just keep going with the game. If not, I'll just continue the game offline. Doesn't really matter to me either way. Victory at Sea's kind of in the same vein as PTO2 games like that are. You're given command of the, at least at first in the first campaign, the United States of America's war effort against Japan. Well, at least the naval aspect of it. It isn't like PTO2 where you command the army as well. At least I'm pretty sure you can also give orders to the army despite being a navy. Or maybe you're just in general command there. And the map's not quite as big, but it works so far, and we're gonna hopefully succeed, possibly quite fail badly, at being the Pacific Fleet Commander. So campaign, we're going to go for an American campaign, because it's the only one that's available at the moment. I'm pretty sure you have to beat the American campaign to get the Japanese and the British campaigns. But they are there. Yes, we will skip the tutorial. Because it's literally just go here, do this, and it's basically like railroading you very much into you have to do this, 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 this. So, although we do lose out on some war bonds. So, new objective, the Pacific War. Hold strategic forces, point ports to force the Japanese surrender, and our objective is a make an atoll raid. So, if we push this button, here we are here. We have the whole of the Pacific. Task Force 1 is at Hawaii, or kind of at Hawaii. This is a lot of battleships and all that. You have to go and repair because you're all damaged. Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Tennessee all damaged at the raid on Pearl Harbor. Task Force 2 is at Mare Island. That's the Colorado, the Pensacola, the Richmond, and the Clark, the destroyer leader. I'm gonna get you for the moment just to move to Midway. Head that way. Task Force 3, Task Force 12. I'm actually tempted to roll these two together. Yeah, merge with Task Force 12. Because that's a little bit light for an escort around a carrier. So 4 destroyers that will stay near the carrier, then 3 cruisers that can go off and also attack the carrier's targets or just provide better surface action. Task Force 8 is the Enterprise, along with the Northampton, Chester, Salt Lake City, Fox, and then a whole bunch of destroyers. I won't list too much. Make an atoll. We're gonna have a raid there. Apparently there's a British fleet having action here, I'm guessing. Maybe, I don't know. So we're gonna move to the Macon Atoll. Right in North Pacific. Enemy fleet destroyed near Singapore. Good job, I'm guessing the British. You can see actually British convoys. 5 cargo ships and 5 tankers. And this got actually 2 destroyers with it. There's a spotter. Mortar launches. There's some concessions to you want map. 2 destroyers, 5 boats. I guess you can fight out, but you're probably not going to go too well on that fight. Actually, Midway, what's your aircraft? Oh, you have Catalinas. Alright, you can send them out. Continue. I'm assuming we can shift click. Oh, we can only shift click 2 at a time. So launch the Catalinas. This is what I never thought I would say. To attack 6. Saratoga and the Concord. You're gonna head over to Pearl. Now you're gonna head to Pearl for the moment. I'm gonna get you to form up with Task Force 1. For the moment at least. I'll probably go and roll more ships into Task Force 1 in the future, but for the moment I'll just have you rather I'll have you just be in that group. I'll probably split you up later. Jason Atoll. Mid priority. Yeah. It's your basic port, and you're roughly on the front lines, and probably Task Force 8 is probably going to return to Jason after you complete your strike on Macon. Yeah, it's got a good old fleet. That should do for most things. I think that's everything set up. Yeah, Task Force 12 is going to get joined by 3. 1 is at Hawaii going to repair. Because if we go down into the view, it does take a load. Yeah, here we are. The Pennsylvania. The Maryland. Ooh, she's actually Colorado, I think. Maybe. I don't recognize this ship. She's got the bases of the North Carolina type ship, but she's got Colorado type guns. 2 16-inch guns, yeah. 17 nautical mile range. We have cruisers that can shoot out basically that far. Yeah, she's got a little bit more range. And then, of course, the old World War I 4-stacker destroyers. Right, so that is them. Bridge, I meant. What's that? That's a spotter. Alright. Good enough. So, just while we're here, San Diego, Mare Island. Let's go San Diego. Shipyard. What can we build? We can build a Clemson, a Gridley, a tug, an Atlanta class cruiser, a cruiser. Should probably actually start building some of those. It has radar. Omaha light cruiser, Pensacola light cruiser, and Northampton heavy cruiser. Could build a Yorktown class ship, but we don't have the war bonds for it. 7, 7, and 10. Let's keep a couple Atlantas for the moment, just so that we can place one of them with within each of the fleets. I don't think we'll upgrade them, but that's some more ships to be done in San Diego. We're on gain 2. Let's actually take a look at our ports. So Midway gives us 1. In stores, she doesn't have a whole lot of stores, actually. She's got 5,000 shells, 5,000 bombs, 1,000 rations, 10 torpedoes, 30 aerial torpedoes. Don't know why we have more aerial than normal torpedoes when there's no... Well, actually, there's the Devastators. Okay, that makes sense for there to be more aerial torpedoes. 3,000 units of fuel, 30 depth charges, 30 depth bombs, and 3,000 aviation fuel. Alright, Pearl. She's a little bit better off for supplies. Actually, she has a shipyard too. We should have built ships here. Because it's closer, but we've already ordered them. We're not going to cancel them. She's got more of everything, which is good. Along with more fuel. That's mid. That's over here. 5 torpedo boats. Yeah, a little bit. And then these are basically giving the Aleutian Islands. Not too much here. Jason Atoll. Doesn't have a whole lot. Barely has any, actually. 1,250 of shells and bombs, 250 rations, 2 torpedoes, 7 aerial torpedoes. Some supplies. She needs to be resupplied, effectively. There is a lack of supplies. And actually on that front, probably gonna need to build some of these. And then could build eclos, but I don't think we will. Right, so now the only thing left to do is the Japanese have a major advantage right now. Because, well, like in the early war, they had a major advantage. In fact, I think it was Yamamoto, Isarushu Yamamoto. I may have horribly butchered that, and for that I'm sorry if I did. Said that they could have their way with America for 12 months. And then they would start losing ground. Which is, I think, roughly what happened. Had their way for about 12 months, and then they started losing ground. Now, let's speed up time. Let things happen. Let things in the world move. And let the Japanese also make their move. Alright. Slow it down for a moment. 12 is now... Let's form them all into one squadron. Now, as a couple of cruisers... This is a stronger squadron. Where do I send you? They're moving this way. They're also damaged, so the Catalinas... They'll get there eventually, I hope. I'm actually gonna have you move to Midway for the moment. Just in case something else comes along, because Task Force 2, which is I'm gonna have for the probably guard Midway, is a ways away. They got some time to get there. So, and you're a little bit closer, so for the moment, you will go and protect it. It looks like those 2 destroyers have buggered off, which is good. Scouting out around. Something ticked. My Sound Hunter urges senses are going. Something large had moved, or rendered in for a moment. So far, doing good. Task Force 1 is at Pearl Harbor and is still undergoing repairs, because those are battleships. View a map. Where are they? Jason Atoll, 4 submersibles. We're going to get the 5 torpedo boats. Do they have depth charges? They don't have depth charges. I should probably get some destroyers built to protect Jason. Just 1 or 2. And then we can also post them around Midway. It's actually probably something that we're going to have to do. Pearl. No, not Able Squadron. Pearl Harbor. How much is that? 50? 35? We build you as a destroyer leader, and then when we get a couple more war bonds, we'll give you a Clemson, and then we'll send you to Jason just to be able to chase away submersibles and stuff like that. I think that will be our plan. View on map. Spot near Hawaii. 5 submersibles. Well, Task Force 1 is repairing. Nope. Go there. Baker Squadron. Attack. Able Squadron. No, it's gonna send everything. How do you... Let's just send Hello to attack. Sure, it'll be fine. Hopefully. Review on map. Yep. That would be the submersibles. Can't do anything about that. Oh, One anti-submarine warfare bomber went and attacked. That's a good start. Still would have preferred to send just the destroyers, not the battleships. 12 days. Let's also queue this up. This looks to be done first, which is a surprise. Oh, that's Pearl. I got stuff there. Submarine bomber. What are those specific ones? Oh yeah, because they got depth charges probably. You're going good. You're going to... Yep. Task Force 12 has arrived at Midway. I'm tempted to send you to Wake. I don't have any submarines, though, to scout that. Give me the shipyard again. That's 50 for a Gato class. Alright. Well, can't do that just yet. Pearl is just sending all of the ships after them. In fact, with the amount of planes going out there, get back to Pearl. View on map. 2 light cruisers up there. I mean, all I got are these self-defense boats and whatever batteries. Oh, they got some 6-inch guns, 7 turrets. Well, they got some stuff. If they come to attack, they'll have to come into range, probably, of those. So it should be good, hopefully. It looks like they are going to come and attack up here. It's a scatter plane. Yeah, it looks like they are going to be attacking up here. You're making your way there. I don't want to rest on my laurels with Task Force 12, though. They're all good. They should all be good on fuel. Attempt to do a raid on Wake Island. I think I will. Just a quick little raid and then back to Midway. Oh, there's 2 cruisers. 2 British cruisers coming up here. They're headed for where? Oh, just north of Wake. Alright. I doubt they'll make it there, considering the way things are, but you never know. Good on them for trying. Good on them. So let's continue. ASW ships are just attacking these guys constantly. Task Force 1 is still undergoing repairs. Here comes 6. Alright. 4 submersibles. Against the PT boats. Go for a line formation. Attack. Wait, all you have is torpedoes. This will be interesting. Who? Me? Annie A, the Ugly Duckling, and Sidewinder. Interesting name for torpedo boats. Of course, the actual atoll itself has some fairly big guns on it. Should be able to beat anything that the Japanese submersibles will have. They'll probably have like 3-inch guns. There's 6-inch guns back there, so they're already out class in terms of armament. Of course, these are submarines, so they've just done this. We got sonar contact because they're underwater. That is a torpedo. Well, let's see. Yeah, they're all hiding underwater. Let's see. Can you actually attack that? You out of ammunition because you launched your torpedoes. Oh, you gonna get him? Nope, you missed. Good job, although he did miss himself. Is that ammunition? Oh, don't torpedo each other. There's so many torpedoes in the water right now, and very confused PT boats. They're going, what are you trying to make us do? Alright, listen. You guys. Low on ammunition, yeah. You guys, retreat back to the atoll. Go and get ammo. The atoll's over there, yeah. Go that way. Shoot. Booger off. Before you get torpedoed. Like they did. At least 3 of them got out. Though we did lose the Who Me, which is an interesting name for a ship. Although technically these are boats. Actually, no, I guess you could call them ships as well. Yeah, but you guys go over there. Other side of the atoll. That way if they're going to come fight you, they gotta go by the defenses. That seems like a good plan to me. Also, the atoll should probably send up its fighters. Although all it has is a spotter. Because it has a tiny little airport and all that. Of course, it's not going to be able to resupply because there's only 2 torpedoes at the adjacent atoll. So that's a thing. Good thing I set it to high priority. Mayor, are you building anything? No, you should be building a Liberty ship. Because you're going to need the supplies. So there's 2 light cruisers down there. There's 8 and 12. Alright, view on map. These guys have entered combat. Nope, let's move you there. And again, we'll get you into a line formation. So, we have the Green Bitch, the Eggy Maru, Hell's Cargo, a PT boat, and Super Boat. It's Tama and Queso. What are the Tama and the Queso? The Commander Islands. Interesting name. Oh, they're both Tenryu light cruisers. Okay, not too threatening. At least not for the shore batteries, probably. For those PT boats, that's something to be scared of. I'll actually probably get them to hold there for a little bit. And there's actually a docked ship at port. Bad time for you. Oh, there's actually... It's actually something we don't want destroyed, that oil storage. It's probably something we don't want destroyed at all. Along with the warehouse. So, let's see how well they do. Alright, Able Squadron. I'm going to officially tell you, launch your attack. In charge of the light brigade, these guys. Actually, hold on. You shouldn't all attack the same guy. You attack him. And you attack him. Oh, and there goes one of them already. Luckily that was a... never mind. Well, they're all once again attacking the same guy. You, Hell's Cargo. Attack him instead. Luckily, they're also focusing their fire on the shore batteries and not the PT boats charging them, which is a good thing. Come on, little PT boats. Never mind. So... come on, little PT. Alright, they've been lost. Yeah, but the gun batteries here are returning fire. Hits to the airfield, which is less than good. They are scoring hits, partly because they've managed to run into each other, and thus come to a stop. Good job, guys. Well done. You are the best captains in the Imperial Japanese Navy. The best captains in the Imperial Japanese Navy. Right here. You know, you should really think about leaving, Queso. It's not going to end well for you. I mean, you are doing damage, but you're also taking a whole lot of damage in return. You should really think about leaving. Don't tell me you're actually going to win this. You might actually win this. You've actually managed to knock out all the gun batteries. Here. Well then, that was not something I was expecting. I wasn't expecting 2 light cruisers to beat the gun batteries here. Then again, they are completely stationary gun batteries, so there is that. Although he is dead in the water, effectively. So that raid is underway. Nothing we can do there, really. Dutch Harbor. Nope, can't do anything there. Jason Atoll is... Are you being destroyed? There's 3 torpedo boats, yeah. Because you're running away. That's right. And the 2 cruisers are just moseying their way up north. Yes, I know that. Amphibious assault. We're gonna lose that port. Nothing we can do about it. New supply convoy. Alright. Occupied by Japan. Yeah, I figured that would happen. You want a map? Ooh, that's actually right by the by Task Force 12. So let's send them. Select all bomber flights. Oh, there's something. I'm confused about this flashing symbol with the US flag on it. More submersibles around Hawaii. Alright. Oh, that's fine. Where's Task Force 12? Up here. Yeah, send the SPDs off. And we'll also send some Devastators as well. Won't send everything, because, you know, we do still have the raid on Wake that we're gonna do. But 4 and 4 should be good. So let's take a look at the formation. Yeah, there she's turning to the wind now, or should be. Okay, she's got to turn this way. And nice old circle formation. Let's see. Chicago is another Pensacola or Indianapolis. Another Indianapolis or Pensacola. Destroyer leader into Porter. Interesting double gun turrets here. The actual Indianapolis herself, along with her little four-stacker escorts. Yeah, so she's getting ready to turn to the wind. So she'll launch her attack at. Probably should have waited till morning. But, oh well. Oh, so wow, that's a really short range compared to the dive bombers. That's an incredibly short range. Alright, sure. So that. Oh, yeah, that's that battle down there. Okay, that's what that was. I was wondering what that flashing was. Yeah, so they've launched 3 dive bomber and then 3 torpedo bomber, which is slower. Don't even know if you'll have the range. I don't think you'll have the range. Lexington. Oh, dive bombers, no, what are you doing? If anything, they're moving up, so move that way. There we go, they actually managed to land again. Or crashed, either or. Both are possible. Looked like they managed to land, which is good. That's a spotter plane. Alright, I was wondering what that was. Attack! So let's... There we go. Got, looks like a strike in. Let's see how this is going. There's one Dauntless dive bomber in this flight. Ooh, this exploded. Now here's the actual flight itself. Baker Squadron, at least what's left of it. I'm guessing that actually must have been from the island. Furutaka and a Kato. They're not actually fooling around this time. Alba, they're really not fooling around. These are all heavy-ish cruisers. These are all, well, ships that could be in the future equipped with 200, I think 200 53mm guns, I think. I've lost, there they are. They're still moving to attack, so I probably jumped in a little bit early. Oh well. Let's see how well you guys do. I'm actually gonna get... Oh, they're beginning their dive. Are they all diving on the same guy? They're all diving on the same guy. Well, at least it has a higher chance of knocking out the Alba, which is already damaged. Nice old engine noises. No anti-aircraft fire, which is good. Oh, there's anti-aircraft fire. Anti-aircraft fire. Spoke a little bit too soon. They've dropped one Alba down. That is good. Makes it more likely that Jason Atoll is actually going to be able to... actually, no, this is Midway. We actually really don't want Midway to fall. No losses, though, at least from our guys, which is good. So they're going to return. Task Force 12 is still now trying to close the range on them. And where is 2? 2's all the way up here. 2's still got a long way to go. And 8 is still moving towards the her raid position at Macon. But I'm going to call the episode here. As you can see, it's what's going on. Lots of high-level stuff and also some low-level stuff. But at the moment, a lot of high-level stuff, including well, the loss of here. And that light cruise is actually going to strike again over here at Tulu. Over here, so we should probably take care of that with task force. Send something up there. Unfortunately, I've combined a couple of our task forces, so that doesn't really happen. And well, these guys are all dressed up. I would like to know how to split a task force, but that is something that wasn't taught. So I guess you're a test group now. But I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all next time.